Yo, what is up traders? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be going over a strategy video that's a little bit more advanced and will help you tremendously when using Elite Algo, guys. We are going to go over how to use the Fibonacci tool with Elite Algo to give you an even higher win rate when trading, guys. So if you guys like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Let's get into it. Before we start, I just want to let you guys know we are going to have a giveaway at the end of the video, so make sure you guys watch the entire video all the way towards the end, where we're going to announce the giveaway for the video that we're going to do. You're going to love it. Trust me. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get into the strategy. So for this strategy, we're basically only going to be using two indicators. The first one is going to be obviously Elite Algo version 19. If you guys don't have access to version 19, it is a private script, so you will not find it on the public library. You'll need to go over to myelitesignals.com and just sign up for access. It's extremely easy to just get access and start using it right away, guys. Now for the strategy itself, you need Elite Algo version 19, and you also need the Fibonacci tool, which looks like this, guys. Now for the Fibonacci tool, I have my own custom settings that you guys are gonna have to copy right now in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the settings for the Fibonacci that I use. All right, so let's go over the settings for the Fibonacci retracement tool that I use. So we're just gonna go ahead and just put it on the chart, and then we're just gonna right click where it says the settings icon right here. And I want you guys to simply just pause this video right now and copy all these settings and put them into your Fibonacci tool on TradingView. Okay, so now that the Fibonacci tool that you guys are using are the exact same as mine, let me teach you guys exactly how I use it so you guys can put it into your trading. So the first thing you guys need to understand that the Fibonacci retracement tool is only used to find retracements. It is not used to find reversals in the market. So what do I mean by that? Let me show you guys. What a retracement is when the price is going up, then retraces back down like this before going back up again. This is what you call a uptrend, right? When you're constantly making higher highs and higher lows. So the Fibonacci can only be used when the price is either an uptrend or a downtrend. So if the price is going down like this, then you can use the Fibonacci retracement tool. If the price is kind of in a box where it's ranging and it's going sideways, you cannot use this strategy. It will not work for you. So just move on to a different chart and look for other setups, guys. It's very, very simple and not that complicated to grasp this idea of only trading with the trend and looking for retracements. Okay, so now that we know when to use the Fibonacci retracement tool, let me show you guys exactly how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool when you're trading either Forex, crypto, or stocks. It works for every single market, guys. So let's pretend that this is the price right now, right? It was ranging for a bit, and then eventually it went up and created a new high. Now we obviously know what goes up must come down, so the price is gonna come back down and start retracing. When we see this happening, guys, this is when we wanna set up the Fibonacci retracement tool. What do we do here? We wanna grab the retracement tool, and we wanna start off from the beginning of the push. So the beginning of the push is around this area, and we want to close it at the top of the high, right? So around this area over here. Now what we want to do next is we simply just want to wait for the price to retrace into the golden zone. What is the golden zone? Let me show you guys. The golden zone is when the price retraces into the 0.5 and 0.618 area, guys. So for example, right here, we see that the golden zone is around this area. So what we want to do is we simply just want to wait until the price retraces into that area. So the price is going to come back down to that area. 1 second. Like so. Then over here, two things might happen. Obviously, the price can just keep going down and create a new low. But sometimes, well, the majority of times, what could happen is that the price starts retracing around this area and starts making another higher high. And then you can use the same method all over again to come back down and catch this again and keep going up. And this is how you're catching these retracements, guys, when you're in an uptrend, and vice versa for a downtrend. Now, obviously, one confirmation is not enough for us to get in a trade. This is why we're going to be using Elite Algo as our confirmation. So let's go ahead and set that up before we talk about the whole strategy together. Okay, so now that we know when and how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool, let's show you guys the Elite Algo settings that we need and how to use Elite Algo in this strategy. So obviously, the first thing you want to do is just head over to the settings for Elite Algo, click this gear icon, and then this will pop up over here. Now, under strategy mode, you can use either normal or new. It's preference on which one you like best. The new will give you a little bit less signals versus the normal, but again, it's preference up to what you guys like, okay? Next, sensitivity. I recommend having it at either 1.2 or all the way up to 1.5. You're really not trying to go for a big sensitivity here. You want a very small sensitivity so it triggers on the candles very fast, because we are not using Elite Algo here as a signal. We're only using it as a confirmation with the Fibonacci retracement tool. Now, as for everything else, you just want to leave them completely blank, guys. You do not want to use anything else when it comes to trade with Elite Algo, other than maybe the dashboard. You can turn this on just to make sure that you're always trading with the trend. So if the dashboard is all green, only look for buys. If the dashboard is all red, only look for shorting opportunities. Very simple. Okay, so now let me show you guys some examples on how to use this strategy when trading gold, Forex, crypto, or whatever. So over here, looking at the chart, guys, we have Elite Algo set up. So we see the buy and sell signals, and we see that there's a lot of signals. So we're not trying to use Elite Algo as a signal right now. We're only looking to use it as a confirmation. So what we want to do is we want to look for a potential Fibonacci setup. Right now, we can see that we just created, guys, a new high right here, right? This high is higher than the previous one, which was down here. So right now, we can see that it started doing an uptrend, right? So if we draw a trend line, we can see right here, the price is going upwards. So now this is where we're going to start using the Fibonacci tool. And what we want to do is we want to start from the retracement. The last retracement, guys, was when it came over here, we got this sell signal, it came back down, and then started going back up. So this is the start of the retracement. So what we're gonna do here is we're simply just gonna use the Fibonacci tool, set it up down here to start, right? And then we're gonna go all the way up to where the high was created, just like this, guys. And now what we wanna do here is we simply just wanna wait until the price comes back down into the golden zone again. So the golden zone is between the 0.5 and 0.618 area right here, guys. Now, once it hits this area, what we want to do next is we simply just want to wait for a buy signal and then take that buy signal. So let's look what happens here. So we're going to go ahead and just slow down the replay. Right, now you see that it came back down area. It started respecting it a bit, gave it a little bit of a rejection. And eventually what happens is we end up getting a buy signal right there. So we saw that the price came down, hit this area, and then we got a buy signal on Elite Algo and a smart buy. Now for the strategy, I obviously again recommend only using the smart buy signals. But now what we want to do here is now we want to take this trade. Now, how do we set up the take profit and stop loss areas? Very easy, guys. What you want to do is you simply just want to use these green lines here that we set up previously on our Fibonacci as our 3 take profit zones. And we want to use the 0.764 and the 1 as our stop loss. So typically what I do when using this right here is I'm going to go ahead and set my stop loss in between these 2 lines and our final take profit at the top, guys, over here, right? Sometimes we'll get the signal much sooner, which will give us a better risk to reward ratio. But for now, this is what we have as our risk to reward ratio. So this is what the trade setup would look like. And we would look to trim some of our positions once it hits the first take profit, second, and third. So let's go ahead and see what happens on this trade right here. As we can see, guys, we smashed 2 take profit zones already. And let's see if it smashes the third one here. Right there, it hits our 3rd take profit zone. All right, now let's show you guys another example again, using the Fibonacci tool and Elite Algo together, this time on a Forex pair. And then after this, I'm gonna show you guys more examples going into the shorting instead of the buying. So over here, again, we see that we had another high just created right here, right? So we see over here, we have clearly another high. Now we are looking for a retracement to happen. So what do? We simply just set our Fibonacci retracement tool again. So over here, we click down here from where the push started, right? This is where the push started from. And we're simply just gonna drag it up to where the last wick is. So around this area. and then we're clearly just gonna wait until the price hits that retracement level. Now we see right here, guys, that the price has come down into our golden zone. So again, between the 0.5 and the 0.618, guys. So now what we want to do is we simply just want to wait for Elite Algo to give us a confirmation signal that we can take this trade. So we're just going to run this trade real quick, and we see that it came down, bounced off the 0.76, which is still fine, and eventually we're going to get a buy signal right there. So right here, guys, we got a buy signal on this candle. So this is where we want to enter the trade again, guys. So we're going to start our long position tool, and we're simply just going to go right here. Our stop loss will be in between this 0.76 and the 1. And again, we have 3 take profit levels. We have the first one, the second one, and then the third one, guys. And we just run this trade, and we see exactly what happens here. Once we take that trade, we can see that right there, the first take profit just got smashed. Then the second take profit gets smashed right here. And finally, the third take profit gets smashed again, guys. That's another winning trade that you guys could have taken using this strategy. So I'll show you guys 2 more examples of it, but using it as a shorting instead of buying. All right, so this time we are looking at shorting. Check this out, guys. So as we can see, guys, right here, we have obviously a lower low that was just created, guys. So the last low was up here and over here, and we can see we got a lower low. So this could mean that we are starting a downtrend on the chart we're looking at, the British pound Japanese yen on the 4-hour time frame. Now, before we actually show this, there's something I forgot to mention in the video. You can use any time frame you'd like, but obviously the higher the time frame, the easier it is, and the more likely that you'll have a higher win rate when it comes to trading, guys. So if you're a new trader, I highly recommend that you start off with the 1-hour and 4-hour time frame. And once you gain more experience, once you get better at trading, you can start going lower and lower until you hit that 5-minute. I do not recommend trading the 1-minute time frame. It's a little bit too fast to make good decisions. But if you're a good trader, you can probably pull it off on the 5-minute and the 15-minute time frame fairly easily once you have this strategy pat down and you know exactly what you're doing. So over here, we can see that we have this low. What we want to do next is we simply, again, want to start drawing up our Fibonacci retracement tool. So this time what we want to do is we simply just want to start from the beginning of the push down, right? So we're going to start from here, and we're going to drag the Fibonacci tool down until that low. Now what we want to do, guys, is we simply just want to wait to see if that price ends up hitting the golden zone, right? So what we want to do is we simply just want to take a drawing tool. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I like doing this. Take the drawing tool and then putting it down into where the golden zone is, and you just want to wait for a sell signal to happen around that area, guys. So let's run this trade here, see what happens. The price goes up, touches our zone, right? And we get what happens is we got a sell signal, but the sell signal disappeared before the candle closed. Now this is very important, guys. You always want to wait until the candle closes and confirms that signal. Once that candle closes and the signal is still there, that signal will stay on the chart forever. So you want to make sure that the candle closes before you take a signal. Very important, right? So we're gonna run this trade again, and now we got a confirmed sell signal, right? The sell signal is still there, and this candle closed. So now we can place our entry order right here on the next candle right beside that one. So again, take the shorting tool. We're going to start up over here. The stop loss is going to be in between the 0.764 and the 1. And we're going to have 3 take profit zones. Again, the first one, the second, and the third. Very simple, guys. And what we can do is simply just let this trade ride and see exactly what happens. The price starts falling down. We just hit the first take profit zone. And then do we hit the second? We do not hit the second, but at least we hit the first one, and we're still in the trade gear, guys. And boom, we just smashed a second and potentially a third right here. Yep, right there. We got every single one of these take profit zones smashed using these strategy right here. As we can see, again, when it went back up and retraced, it went back up and retraced into that golden zone before coming back down again and smashing all 3 take profit zones. right? So let's show you guys just one more example of us shorting something. Next up, we'll look at like a stock or a crypto pair. All right, one more example here on Bitcoin, because why not, right? It's Bitcoin. Who doesn't like Bitcoin? So we can see right here, guys, we created another low around this area, and we see that the push happened from over here. So we want to do, again, we simply just want to draw from the start of the push to the end of the push, and we then want to take our box and just draw a box right here where the golden zone is, and then we just want to wait for a sell signal to happen right here. So we're going to run the trade, see what happens. We end up getting our sell signal, right? And now we just want to enter our trade once this candle closes. So over here, set our stop loss again. Now over here, what happens is when you have a big candle like this, is you can probably use another take profit. So what we do here is just kind of like calculate the difference between the second and the third and just add that to your chart. And now we see that our trade looks something like this, guys. And we're gonna run this as our first take profit, our second, then finally our third. And we're just gonna see here exactly what happens. Price comes back down and smashes our take profit levels. Again, guys, extremely easy to use this strategy if you guys are incorporating it properly. And again, only trading, guys, with the trend and using Elite Algo as a confirmation for your analysis and your strategy. Thanks for watching, guys. Now, I told you guys in the beginning of the video that we are doing a giveaway. What we're gonna do is something a little bit differently. For this video, we're gonna do a little contest. We're gonna do one free one-on-one personal training session on Forex or crypto. All you gotta do is like, subscribe, and make sure you comment down below. That's pretty much it. If you guys like this video, again, like and subscribe. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And other than that, guys, thanks for watching and have yourselves a good day.